engines! Calling all engines! It's Thomas! He's the #1 blue engine. He's a cheeky little tank engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel and a whistle. Thomas works on his very own branch line with his 2 faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. Sometimes he can be a little impatient, often getting himself into trouble. Oh, Thomas. But Thomas is always helpful and works very hard. That's why he's a really useful engine. Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Edward. Edward is the #2 blue engine. He's one of the oldest and wisest engines on the island of Sodor. So I often rely on him to help out if any of the other engines or trucks misbehave. Edward has his own branch line that runs between Wellsworth and Rendham Docks. He's the kindest engine on Sodor, always ready to help his friends, whether they're big engines or small. That's why he's a really useful engine. Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Hiro! Hiro arrived on the island of Sodor a long time ago. He came from a faraway island where he was known as Master of the Railway. But Hiro broke down and everyone forgot about him. Until Thomas found him, that is. Now Hiro is Master of the Railway once more. He's a big, strong engine and very kind and thoughtful to all the other engines on Sodor. That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's James! He's the #5 red engine. James is very proud of his red paintwork and shiny brass dome. He thinks he's a really splendid engine and only wants to do splendid jobs. When James had to pull the flying kipper, he backed into the trucks too quickly and got covered in stinky fish. But James realises that he can't always do the jobs he wants to do and will always say sorry and make amends. That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's Henry! He's the #3 green engine. When Henry first came to Sodor, he had to run on special coal. He was eventually repaired and now he runs on regular coal. Because of this, Henry tends to worry and be overcautious. He's a large engine and his favourite job is pulling the flying kipper. Henry always gets the job done safely and on time. That's why he's a really useful engine. Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Diesel! Diesel is very proud to be the first diesel engine to arrive on the island of Sodor. He believes that steam engines are no match for diesels. However, diesel is usually the cause for confusion and delay. He's oily, sneaky, and sometimes not to be trusted. That's why the other engines call him Devious Diesel. But given a chance, Diesel wants to do a good job and help out. That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's Percy! He's the #6 green engine. He's one of the younger engines on the island of Sodor. Percy is Thomas's best friend. Like Thomas, Percy is a tank engine. His favourite job is delivering the mail. Percy always wants to do his best and never gives up. That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's Gordon. He's the number 4 blue engine. Gordon is a big engine and one of the fastest and strongest engines on Sodor. He's very boastful and thinks he's much more important than the other engines. He pulls the express and thinks he's the best. But Gordon is good-hearted and will use his superior strength to help his fellow engines out of trouble. That's why he's a really useful engine. Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Victor! Victor is a narrow-gauge engine. When he first arrived on Sodor, he was painted yellow. But after a little accident, Victor needed a new coat of paint, so he was painted red. Victor now works at the Sodor Steamworks, helping to fix broken-down engines, finding useful parts, and supervising his assistant, Kevin. Victor helps keep the steam engines of Sodor in good working order. That's why he's a really useful engine.